Hey, so you might be new to Novelcrafter and be thinking, where do I even start? There's so much going on. What do I do? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Whether you're a plotter or a pantser, you use AI or you don't. This quick-ish guide will help you kind of get your feet settled, show you a few of the key things, just kind of generally talk you through some stuff. First things first, to use Novelcrafter, the only things you need are a device, whether that's a mobile or a laptop or, an ultra-powered super spy computer, and the internet. Your data is stored in the cloud, and so you need to be able to access it. And, if you don't want to use AI, then there is literally nothing else you need. If you do want to use AI, you're going to need to hook up either an API key or something to run local models. We'll link some tutorials in the Wii icons bar. Next, say for the home page, this lovely page here, where you look at your series and your books. The Novelcrafter interface follows the same kind of principle and logical layout. So let's go into a book and see. So you have the main interface here. You have a sidebar where you can access your codex entries, snippets, and chats. And you have a pinnable section. So let's have a hypothetical character, Bob. You can then pin his codex and switch the sides. And now, no matter which interface you use, you have these three sections all tied up nicely. In the plan interface, your story is organized into acts, chapters, and scenes. So we've got here, we can add a new act, add a chapter within it. So some chapters may only have one scene, and some chapters might have multiple scenes. Both is okay. You just need to remember that your beats go within a scene and they're not a scene summary. So you want to go into the interface and then write your scene beats. Don't put your scene beats here. That's for your scene summaries. If at any point you can't find something, you've heard like a button mentioned or an option, 90% of the time it's going to be within the actions menu. There are lots of these throughout the interface. And they basically are like your pop-up menus, also known as kebab menus. Okay, so you can see that we have them in the right interface and the plan, and you can also access them within your codex entries, in snippets, and it kind of just hides all the other options so we get a cleaner interface. If you're a pantser, all you need to do is add your first scene and get started. Click on the pen icon and it'll take you to the right interface, and literally just start typing. If you want to use AI, of course, you can create a scene beat and put in your first beat. You don't need to have anything in your codex. You don't need any scene summaries. Like, you can just start as it is, see how the AI goes, and add in your characters and locations and the like as you continue writing. If you're a plotter, on the other hand, go crazy, knock yourself out, detail everything, give super detailed summaries, make 1,000 codex entries, like whatever makes you happy and fits with your work process, you can do it here. Trust me. Okay, so what do you do if you're like 2 hours into editing a scene and you decide you suddenly hate everything that you've done? Or you decide that you prefer the scene summary that you had a few weeks ago to this and you didn't like write it down anywhere? So what do? This is where you want to go onto revision history. You can click through your past versions and select the one you want. Both the summary and scene histories fill in here. So if we go to the action menu, we can go to the history. So scene contents, and see the different versions here. And likewise, if we had different versions with the scene summary, we would have them here. However, we've got no scenes recorded, no history recorded so far. If you delete an entire scene, you can also recover this by going to this wee folder icon at the bottom of every chapter. See, here is a previous scene that I had. I can insert it. And if we go, see, this is another scene. If you're ever getting back any response from the AI that isn't quite what you're asking for, and it seems to be pulling from somewhere that is wrong, what you can do is, on the generate prose, you can preview the final prompt. By previewing the final prompt, you can see if there are any nested codex entries that you're not expecting to show up that are suddenly showing up because of the nesting, or just anything really that goes to the AI within the prompt will show here. You can currently see these in all of the interfaces except the chat interface, and that feature is coming soon. So like here, you can also copy to clipboard if, say, you have like a Claude subscription and you're wanting to use Opus with that, you can kind of use this as a prompt kind of generator. Likewise, if you want to change the system prompts or add new models that aren't in system prompts, you can go to the little prompt icon in the bottom left. Here you can clone existing prompts. So go to general purpose, click clone. For the clone to stay in place, you have to make a change. So you're an expert sci-fi fiction writer, and then this way it will stay. We'll get rid of the copy and put sci-fi. You can also create a new prompt and choose which aspect that you want it to be for. So scene summarization, scene beat completion, which is like your normal writing interface prompt, text replacement for editing, workshop chat is the chat interface. That's it for this first short video. Did you enjoy it? Let me know what other pinch points that you have when experiencing Novelcrafter, and we can cover them in another video. Are there any topics that you would like us to cover in like super depth like we did with the beats video, Let us know in the comments, and we're going to keep churning these out. I'll see you soon.